trying to find.
Is the mic on already?
Oh, we're live? Oh, my, babe.
Testing. No, my mic is working. The mic is working.
All right, y'all, we're ready. You said we're live and rolling. Let me know. We're live on TV, y'all. We just standing here looking like we don't know nothing, Vernon.
We don't. Oh, okay. I had to figure out that one too.
Oh, my
I had
Lord.
to figure out how it works.
Oh, my Lord, have mercy. Oh, we should probably say welcome to the Pensacola Network.
Welcome. Let you do the honors.
Okay.
All
right, y'all ready?
We're the rock.
Y'all ready? Okay. Welcome to the Pensacola Network.
What a crowd. Standing room only.
Well, I had to balance it out. We got 5,000 people on this side and 2,000 on this side.
Okay.
So we may have to help these folks on this side kind of.
Yeah.
You know, we got the front row over here who they've been around.
We don't need
not around, but you know.
Yeah, I know. We don't need the cameraman to pan it because
No.
the other shows may get jealous.
No panning. We don't pan or pander. We don't.
Somebody might be here that's illegally, you know. I might be here with somebody in the school here, so we don't do that. So
we don't. This is that kind of show, Vernon. This is not that kind of show.
You mean to tell me this is not the Jerry show?
No, this is the Vernon show. So turn around this way so they can see. Because they don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. Y'all welcome my special co-host Vernon Watson with WBQP TV. Give him a big round of applause.
You saw you had to put the applause button on for that.
I did. Oh, they know. This is we have the upscale, educated.
They're looking like this. Ooh.
Well, they're used to seeing you behind the camera. You've been behind the camera for 35 years.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, with Bernie Jr.
Yeah.
Who always tells me every Friday. He tells me about myself. Your son.
Does
That's
he?
what he does.
What did he tell you?
I can repeat it on air because we don't want the FCC to get after us. I should probably take my glasses off so I can see you better.
Okay.
I can see you. Okay.
Yeah, mine's on so I can see you better.
So how is your show going? Let's tell on because you do a morning show.
Yeah.
Mornings with Vernon.
Yeah, for the folks that don't know, I picked up the mantra where Hill left off at. Robert Hill sold the station and
WRNE.
WRNE sold WRNE, and the new owners chose not to pick up that Hill in the Morning format. So I felt it's my duty, my obligation to do that. And so I do a show every morning from 6:30 to 9. And you can get it anywhere. You can download an app. You can download. You just go on your computer and just put in rdo.to/WBQP. You can get it anywhere around the world. If you on TV, Antenna TV, you can get it on channel 12. You got Roku, you can get it. You got Fire Stick, you can get it. You got Apple TV, you can get it. You can get it everywhere but except on cable. Okay. So don't get me on the cable.
Yeah, I don't want to get you on cable. But you have 10 channels on.
Yeah, we got 10 sub-channels.
10 channels on.
Yeah, on WBQP. Yeah.
All along the Gulf Coast. So when I travel along the Gulf Coast, people look at me and I'm thinking they're cute. They're like, oh, she's cute. No, they're looking at me because they've seen me on you interviewing me every Thursday.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. She is our local black historian. That's what we started off with. But sometimes we get everything but that.
I was plugging.
I know what shameless plug.
That's morning's plugging.
She's on every Thursday morning, y'all. So make sure.
Wait, but it really has extended the reach of what we do, not only here in Belmont Village with the Kua Institute, but with African American history in general. So, because you challenged me to get off the blocks.
Well, I think since they banning books and doing away with DEI, the so-called DEI and all that kind of stuff, so we're getting set back. So we're gonna have to do like we did before it was included, and so we got to do it orally. We got to tell our own story. We got to pass it down to one another. So I make it a point to have a segment every day, or some segment of Black history, so that we don't forget our history.
You go to the top. You go to Dr. Henry Louis Gates.
Dr. Gates.
Skip come on. I'm like, you just went to the top, and then you come to me to the bottom. So you got a nice.
No. You do all the local Black history that we need to know about. Yesterday, for an example, we talked about restaurants yesterday.
We did
H&O and the dwarf, and
Blue
Blue
Dot.
Dot, and
Mhm.
all the history of that.
Yeah.
Then we kind of went into the history of some of the funeral homes and stuff like that. So those are the kind of things we talk about, the local Black. In fact, Pensacola has a rich local Black history that stories untold until you came along.
Well, I think they were being told, and they were being told quite well. I think I just added my voice to it. And so
maybe I just never heard them before until you came along.
Okay. And most of the stories I tell are true.
Well,
You can ask Deborah that later, because she introduced me to a man that helped me tell the true story. So most of the stories are true.
I know. You know what she says?
What?
I bring receipts. She said, I bring receipts.
I do.
And if I can't verify it 3 times, just trust me. She got the Reagan thing. Trust me, but verify. So
no one's ever compared me to Reagan. Isn't that something? Wow. Probably will never happen again. But yeah. So what else is going on with the station? Then we'll talk about some of our local events going on.
Well, we still trying to continue. We're going to only get better as we go along here. One of the things that we're doing, our next project, is we're going to actually change frequency. We've been on channel 12 for 35 years. We actually, that's on it's probably a little technical, most folks don't understand, but it's on the VHF frequency. We're going to move to a UHF frequency, 33.
Wow.
But you would never tell the difference because we're still going to maintain channel 12 as what we call a virtual channel. And just give you an example, back here 8 or 9 years ago, channel 3 has always been 3 for the last 70 years.
Yes.
They moved to channel 17, but you never knew it. And but it's still branded as channel 3. So when you turn your TV, it's channel 3. You never know it. But it's
as if the
improved.
NBC affiliate moved to 3 point something. Yeah.
So what it does is improve your capability of receiving the signal.
Okay.
The VHF signal sometimes is hard to penetrate into buildings and so forth. And the fact that antenna manufacturers now, because VHF is kind of the AM of the TV world, like most folks do AM, most folks do FM now. Well, TV and the VHF is like that. So there's not but 2 stations in the area left on VHF, and that's channel 10 in Mobile and me. And you have trouble picking up both of us.
Yeah, that's the Fox station. Yeah.
And so that's why we're moving to UHF, and so that you can have a small antenna. As long as you got an outside antenna, you can get it pretty good. But if you got an inside antenna, because the frequency is hard to penetrate buildings, sometimes you can't get the channel.
Unless
but with
you
UHF, you can.
Unless you use aluminum foil. Then
the real rabbit is okay. But
then you can. And you have to stretch. Lloyd can't sit in his favorite chair when we're trying to get.
Remember that? I remember when I was.
It can't be raining.
I remember when I was in Burnt Corn, Alabama. We did have the outside in Burnt Corn, Alabama. Don't act surprised, you know that. But we used to go outside. Sometimes these distant stations, 100 miles away, we used to go outside. Somebody had to turn their antenna, and you want to see the raptor or something. Somebody on the outside, okay, hold it right there, hold it right there. Y'all remember those days?
I'm 25. I don't remember.
And then we took the flyers and turned the channel. You don't remember? Y'all didn't have flyers. Oh yeah,
I'm 25.
You was a teacher's daughter. Y'all was
no,
the
don't start that. We got a whole bunch of teachers in here now. Watch yourself now.
I know that, but
watch yourself now.
But y'all was there. We was down here. When we the knob broke on the TV, we used the flyers.
Oh no, we didn't have a knob. So you were like high society. We didn't have a knob. We didn't get, no, seriously, we didn't get, we only had 4 channels to the 80s.
Yeah.
Because of the mountain. So you couldn't get the signal over the mountain. Yeah.
But we had flatland. We had a 3 for many years. We don't have mountains. We didn't have a 3 channels around here for many years.
Well, but you were Burnt Corn, Alabama. Well, let's talk about a couple things that are going on. First, our good friend, if y'all saw Bella Magazine, our good friend and one of my local sheroes, Sue, is on there. It's an amazing article about her beginning and about her continuation and about her impact. So pick up a copy. I think we have some here. Pick up a copy of Bella Magazine. And thank you, Sue, for what you do in the community.
Absolutely.
Because I know y'all are friends. Y'all been friends for 100 years.
Long time.
100 years.
Might have been 100 for Sue, but it only been about 50 for me.
Okay. All right. When she comes close, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. And then tomorrow, you can join the East Hill. If you hadn't met Renee and Terrence, join the East Hill Creative District. They're every Saturday. From 1 to 6 in the old Sacred Heart Hospital. Sacred Heart has some some love for our special guests. And so they are doing that and we'll post that on our Facebook as well.
Something else going on tomorrow.
Something else going on
go
tomorrow.
Ahead and finish that.
No. We're going to talk about it.
The big event going on.
We're going to talk about it because I heard that you didn't understand what the name of the big event was. What do you think the name of the big event tomorrow is?
They didn't know that it's called the Granny Stand Down, but they think it's called the Granny Get Down because they put that on a poster. So
yeah, it really is called the Granny Get Down. But you're trying to get grannies to stand down.
Well, I want Granny to throw down.
What?
Okay. That's what I really want to do. And they are throwing down tomorrow.
FCC is listening. My name is
Brandon Carr.
No.
Okay.
I need another name.
Okay.
My name is not Robin Richard. Okay. It's called the Granny Get Down, not the Throw Down. We don't know. No illegal
not to throw down and not to stand down.
And don't you come with dollar bills either tomorrow. This is hosted by Council on Aging of West Florida. And so from 11 to 2, this is my first time being a host. I've been a judge in the last 3 years. You and I were judges.
Yeah.
The last 3 years. Yeah. We got diabetes after we ate that food. We had to taste like about 40, 45, 50 dishes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness
and
gracious!
They kept the food coming.
And they kept the food coming, and we were sitting. So but it is it's their biggest fundraiser, and so they do have some celebrity judges, not us.
That's what we got fired. Probably. We got
promoted.
Well, I noticed you got promoted.
Yeah.
You noticed who's not there.
Oh, but you'll be behind the camera, so you'll be behind the camera. So you can get your tickets at the door too. So that's a good thing, and we'll put that online.
That's going to be down at Kareem Jones
and the speech. Yep, tomorrow from 11.
In all seriousness, if you hadn't attended that event, you need to go down there. It's a great event where the seniors put their best dish forward, and they compete for the very best dish. And you get a chance to sample all of the great food. And I heard somebody said today that Alicia said that somebody can have some tea cakes down there.
They have tea cakes. They have ribs. The ribs are. I'm not trying to influence the judges.
Cornbread.
Ribs are cornbread. Everything has sugar in it. Everything. That's why the first time I really did, I was driving home and I said, am I having a stroke? This is not funny, but am I having a stroke? Because I feel like, so the next year I bought my apple cider vinegar with me. I bought a whole bottle of apple cider vinegar. I said, this is not going to be a stroke condition. I will not be. And so, so last year I brought my apple cider vinegar with me too. And tomorrow I will be bringing my bottle of apple cider vinegar because everything has sugar in it. The vegetables, the cornbread, the sugar has sugar in it. Everything has sugar. That's probably why you didn't come back home. You should have told me.
I eat too much. That was the real reason. I did not get invited back because I ate them out of the house in the home.
He announced WBQP will be there.
Right.
We'll be there. And then June 19th, right before we come back, is a Movement for Change Banquet. Freedom is not free. And you can look at their site or call Jerry McIntosh, and we've been posting that as well. And so Jasmine Burney Clark is going to be the keynote speaker.
Yeah.
I thought she was that actor when I saw her. What's that actor's name?
Paquita. What's the name?
Mm-hmm. Her too. That's married to Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, I can't call her name.
Gabrielle Union. That's what I thought it was.
Okay.
I said they got Gabrielle Union coming to Pensacola. That's what I'm saying.
Well, don't tell anybody
Gabrielle Union is coming to Pensacola.
Don't tell them any different. Maybe they'll show up and
they'll show up. They'll show up.
For Gabrielle.
Yeah, but that's
it's all for good cause anyway, because that's Movement for Change, major fundraising event as well.
Yeah. So. And that same day is the Journey to Juneteenth that City of Pensacola is doing gallery night. So you have a couple of different options there. So
one of the things about these events, you can't make it, buy some out of ticket. It actually is tax deductible too if you wanted to write it up on your taxes there.
That's a good thing. And then the final thing, our next Pensacola Network, we're going to be co-hosting with Par 4 Golf Club. So you all are invited back. Yeah, they're celebrating 51 years for their anniversary, and so we're going to co-host the reception here. And I think I can say this on the air, but I can say this on the air that we're going to have liquor. Oh, who said That was the second miracle, isn't it? First recorded
Just
miracle
call it
is
refresh.
water to wine.
Just call it a turned preacher friend of mine that used to partake in. So when he had his first sermon, I was kind of surprised. He didn't want to use the word liquor. He said, "Well, I used to go to the club and get me some refreshments." So it's okay to say refreshments.
We're gonna have some grown-up refreshments, y'all. Okay, we're gonna have some. We're gonna have some liquor. Yeah. When I went to the meeting with Parkour last week, they said, "What do you have to drink?" I said, "Water and wine." They said, "Oh, we having liquor. We having yeah." Who said yeah? I know y'all gonna be early next week. Next month.
Tell them you just want a sarsaparilla.
I don't even know what that is. That's from Burnt Corn, Alabama.
You don't want
That's from Burnt Corn,
You don't know
Alabama.
what sarsaparilla is.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I tried. Well, let's see who's here for the first time. Oh my Lord, whoa, y'all give them a hand. Oh my goodness gracious, yeah.
You know what they are, don't you?
Go ahead and tell them what they are, Vernon.
Raise your hand again for your first time here. Mm-hmm.
What do we call them?
Virgins.
We call y'all our virgins. Welcome, virgins. I tell you, they gonna come back next week. They like we don't know. Talking about liquor and virgins, all in the same. We going to, but we have a preacher sitting on the front there, so Mr. Noah. So we going to church after this. Because you and I need to pray after anyway.
Well, you need to pray on the set.
Anyway,
Okay.
we need to pray when we're on the. Yeah, you about to. You can't. Let me let you calm down.
I have the minister come up there. Don't throw in the water here. She probably can't.
He starts sweating, y'all. I start talking about virgins. He starts sweating over here, so I'm trying to cool Vernon down. We're gonna be in trouble. Yeah. Okay. So what else? Are we done? Let me ask our producer. Are we good? We're good to go. We're good to go. We need to keep moving on. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
He was over there trying to reach that sheep hook.
That what?
That sheep hook. You know what a sheep hook is?
Oh yeah.
Maybe he got maybe he got a sandman over there.
That's what I'm saying. To pull us off. Well, that's all I have. That's all. Do we need to give away any door prizes, or we're good? We're good. Okay. Well, that's all I have. So, what else do you want to plug before we go into our with our special guest?
I don't have anything to plug. I just wondering how I ended up here.
How you? Well, so my co.
So you got put down. I'm the cleanup man.
No, I didn't get put down. You got put up. You got elevated from. Yes, you're welcome. My co-host is in Grand Paris. They are vacationing. But I do have a question. When's the last time my husband took me on a vacation? Can you just answer that? Can you look at him? Because I'm not gonna look at him right now. Can you look at him and ask him when the last time you took Robin on a vacation? Even to Celestine bed and breakfast, because you can do vacation right in your backyard, right?
What they call that? A staycation.
A staycation. Right? You can even do a staycation.
You want to take to a staycation.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Lord,
is he looking this way?
Lord. No. My dad used to always say, Lord.
Okay, I'm gonna look at him. Let me put my glasses on. He's still. Oh, yeah. You're gonna toast me, baby. Okay, all right.
What time y'all have to take a vacation anyway?
What time do we have to take a vacation?
When do you have the time?
I took a 3-hour vacation today from 1 to 4 p.m. I took a 3-hour vacation today.
Count your blessings.
I did. I really did. I'm gonna take a 1-hour vacation tomorrow from 2 to 3 tomorrow. That's my schedule.
All right.
That's my schedule. It is a holiday weekend, so talk about the Gulf Coast as I set this up. The Gulf Coast Veterans Advocacy Council.
Yeah, we got the memorial. We forgot that. Okay.
Yes.
The memorial service is on Barranquez National Cemetery on Monday at 9:00. So we want to go out and do some remembrance of veterans that passed on. The Gulf Coast Veteran Advocacy Council always sponsor a service there every year at Barranquez at 9:00.
So 9:00 on board NAS.
At Barranquez National Cemetery, the museum.
The public is invited. Should they go into any particular gate?
No, the gate is. I think you go to the regular gate.
Okay.
As my understanding is, NAS is back to normal.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Okay. But if you got an ID card, it doesn't matter which gate you went in anyway. As long as you have as long as you didn't need a visitor pass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, it's a great time to visit and to remember those who made that ultimate
And be careful going out. The beach is going to be extremely crowded. I reported this week they had more than 28,000 cars went there last week when nothing else was going on. So this weekend is going to be really crowded out there, and they have really trouble with parking and so forth. So I'm not discouraging you to go to the beach, but if you go, you better go early. Okay.
Or take
So
the ferry over. They can take the ferry over.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
You don't even have to drive. You don't even have to swim. You can just stay on the ferry and just stay away from the edge. If you have too much adult beverage, that's all I'm saying. Just a little public service announcement. Okay, I think we better.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, y'all give Vernon Watson with WBQP TV a hand.
Now she gonna take my mic off.
And I'm gonna take your mic off. Because we are also simulcasting on WBQP TV and on Facebook. So thank you so much for what you do for us every month. And then what you do every day.
Right on Sundays, okay?
Any day?
Any day of the week.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow then. For real.
Oh,
see there, Cornelia, come on up while he's telling us about the Blues Town. Wait a minute, turn back around and tell the shameless plug. Come on up, Cornelia. Go ahead, talk to the people while I get her connected here.
All right, we got her on.
We got it. You're gonna sit over here.
Okay.
All right, so now let's give Vernon a real hand. No, we need the mic. We need the mic. We don't have Oprah money.
When I was DJing in the club, you know, the motto was, you bring back more than you took. So,
well, you take that T-shirt on that you got on, and then we gonna leave this. Yeah. You get your. Come on, sit over here. Can y'all give Vernon Watson a hand, please? Cornelia, like, I didn't know this was a country show. I thought this was sophisticated, Robin.
No, you all were great. I was laughing.
This was a sophisticated NBC, PBS, CBS show.
No, this is much better.
All right. Y'all heard it. Yes.
And Lloyd, I'm going to throw you a bone. So Lloyd gave me a look.
Uh-huh.
And so we're already working on your staycation. Don't you worry.
Oh, really? So, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, though, okay? Because I've been married long enough to know that in the year 2070, we will see y'all, okay?
No.
So you gotta stay around that long.
No. I'm saying this live. I am officially Lloyd's accountability partner.
So my Lord. Oh my Lord. You know, I need another daughter now. So you in like Flynn. My daughter's overseas. We need another one now. We need another one. Well, I am excited you're here. So y'all give it up for now. We're going into the Pensacola Network show. There we go. Yay. That's all that applause button up. So if you've seen the two biopics, Jackie, and then one that's near and dear to Pensacola is the Green Book. You would recount that they had challenges when they were traveling, challenges and opportunities in staying somewhere. Both of them, Jackie Robinson and I just forgot his name, Don Shirley, the artist, the musician, the professor, had challenges traveling. And so it was a tough time for African Americans during that time when they were traveling. And then the Green Book, of course, with Victor Green coming along. And so we saw through those movies the challenges that African Americans had. And you saw that they would stay in either people's personal homes or rooming or boarding houses or an African American hotel if there was one present in the city. And so it was a challenging time. Well, fast forward to today, I'm excited that our special guest is alleviating that with not only providing this hotel, not just for African Americans, but it is certainly inspired by her legacy, but also just providing a beautiful and historical place. So would y'all please welcome Cornelia Robinson, who is the co-owner of Celestine Bed and Breakfast. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you.
So glad to be here.
So excited to have you. And it has been a pleasure getting to know you. And I knew your parents, and I know your grandmother. Had partied with your grandmother.
That sounds right.
That sounds, yeah. There are a couple of people in the audience who have partied with. You didn't know it. Yeah, you didn't know, but you partied with Miss Lois too. Yeah. You
I partied with my grandmother.
hold your microphone up.
In fact, I grew up thinking that my grandmother was the fanciest lady that I had ever met. She played bridge every week and would get all dressed up. And she would have, the tea cakes and the swirled cakes and the big punch bowls. And so being with my grandmother was always a good time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she could tell some good stories too.
I remember at the opening, at where you invited the community to come in, it was a beautiful thing. And she was sitting on the porch, and one of my girlfriends had come over from Walton County, and her and her husband. And so we came to the opening, and she said, "Did you see her?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Well, she told me to always wear lipstick." Is that something that she, was that a nugget?
Yes.
That was a nugget.
Yes, that was one of many. She always had on her lipstick.
She always wore her lipstick too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
Even when she was playing bridge.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wow. So this is not about Miss Lois, but this is about her. But it is about that ancestry. So first of all, your name is not Celestine.
No, my name is not Celestine.
So tell us how the name Celestine came about.
Celestine was my great grandmother, and she was born in Pensacola in 1908. She was an only child, and she always wanted to have a big family because when she was born, when she was about 16 months old, her mother died.
Oh, my.
And then when she was in the 8th grade, her grandmother died.
Who was raising her?
That's right.
Okay.
And she was taken in by a family friend. She always said that if her mother had lived, she would have gone to college because her mother went to Hampton.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But she only finished the 8th grade. And she and my great grandfather had 5 children. My grandma Lois was one of them. Mm-hmm. My Aunt Mary, who's here in the audience.
Yeah.
She was also at the grand opening and cut the ribbon with my grandmother.
Wow.
And then my Uncle James, my Uncle Horace, and my Aunt Jean.
And Miss Mary is the only one of that living now. She
is.
And looks good too. I'm just gonna say, let's just say for the record.
She looks amazing.
Yes.
And she is the matriarch.
Wow.
Of our family.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. In the words of Eddie Murphy, what about not cracking? He said, "Rich don't crack." That's what Eddie Murphy said. That's what Eddie Murphy said. I'm not gonna say what we say at home. That's what Eddie Murphy said in public. And so why then? How did you decide to name it after her? What was that impetus to name it after her?
So the bed and breakfast, Celestine, is named after my great grandmother. And what I'll say is, I don't feel like I chose to name the bed and breakfast Celestine. When my brother and I decided that we were going to open a bed and breakfast, and we started working on all of the different elements of where we would take the bed and breakfast from, because it wasn't a bed and breakfast. It was just an old house.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was like everything started coming to me, and I started writing it down. And I would call my Aunt Mary and validate certain things with her. And she would say, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh no, that's not right. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that." And we ended up with 5 rooms. 2 of them are together, and that's the James and Jean suite. And everything just fell in line from the standpoint of the story.
And at this point, you had not had the name Celestine picked out.
No,
but these stories were
but Celestine kept coming to me as well. And so that's how we ended up with the name Celestine. And the tagline for Celestine Bed and Breakfast is divinely inspired since 1908, which is when my great grandmother was born.
Yeah.
So, you know, the fact that everything came to my brother and me
and was validated
by
living descendants.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wrote it down. To me, that said, oh, this is divinely inspired. And that is legacy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing. Tell me about your great grandfather, Vanderbilt. I love the name. Vanderbilt.
Okay, so first, it really is Vanderbilt.
Okay.
Just like you said.
Okay.
Thank you for remembering.
Oh no, you trained me well. Yeah. My little country said Vanderbilt, like, you know, like he belongs to the richest family. He did, but I'm just saying.
Well, so that's the thing, right? So my great grandfather only went to the second grade. So that's the farthest that he went in his education, second grade. I believe, and I mentioned this to my Aunt Mary, and she also said she believes that's probably the case. I believe that his name was intended to be Vanderbilt.
Oh. So either the nurse or the doctor couldn't spell.
I think
we're gonna blame it on them.
I think his parents couldn't spell, right? They were from Alabama. You're just talking about burnt corn.
Those burnt corn. The other parts of Alabama can spell. That's just burnt corn.
Yeah. So you know, back in that time, people would name their children after someone who was esteemed, maybe the richest man in the U.S., which Vanderbilt would have been, right? So the Vanderbilts, I believe his name was meant to be Vanderbilt, but of course, again, going back to Alabama, which is where he was from, it would have been Vanderbilt. Right.
Yeah.
So they did the best they could with the spelling.
And it really did, just, I think Vernon and I have talked about this on the air, that it really did depend on who was writing it down.
That's right.
So we make this assumption that the census taker, that the medical professionals, that they could spell just because of their titles, but that wasn't necessarily the case. Yeah. So that's, but he has a tie to the neighborhood too, to right where we are.
He does.
Yes.
So my great grandfather, his nickname was Buster. He drove the truck for Gulf Cleaners, and Gulf Cleaners was owned by the Jefferson family. My great aunt May, she was married to, I believe it was Philip Jefferson. Okay, Aunt Mary is nodding her head. Yes.
Okay.
See. Philip Jefferson.
Okay.
And so they ran the Cleaners together, and my great grandfather, he helped run the Cleaners. He drove the truck. He knew everybody's name. Everybody knew him. He would go into houses in North Hill. A lot of people think that the bed and breakfast has been in our family for a long time, and that we just renovated it. And I'm always very clear to tell them, no, the bed and breakfast was not in our family. And our family would not have been allowed to live in North Hill at the time.
Oh, only as an employee,
right?
Of perhaps one of the families.
That's right. So my great grandparents worked in homes in North Hill. My great grandmother kept children overnight sometimes in North Hill. They cleaned houses in North Hill. And my great grandfather would go into homes to take clothes out of North Hill and to the cleaners and bring them back. But they did not live in North Hill.
Yeah, that's amazing. And so, you know, so I have to remind people that just because you go to a particular grade does not mean that you're illiterate or uneducated, because the path that they have laid that led directly to you has been pretty amazing. So yeah, so you know, they had what they lacked in a grade, they had in gumption.
Oh, absolutely. And they planted seeds. And so, you know, when you think about legacy, it's about planting seeds that you may not be able to enjoy the shade from the trees that grow. And it feels like that's what they did. They planted seeds.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And each generation, you know, if you think about the tree, the roots get deeper, the tree gets bigger, the branches and the limbs, the leaves, they get bigger, right? So that's what happens
for other trees.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's, again, going back to the concept of legacy. That is the essence of Celestine.
So speaking of that legacy, tell me about the house and your and Gerald's decision to purchase a house and then to that renovation process?
So Gerald and I are both from Pensacola. Gerald was not born in Pensacola, but he's still from Pensacola because my parents came back to Pensacola after being in Richmond for a couple of years when he was born. And I'm born and raised in Pensacola. And we wanted to do something special. We wanted to do something that was kind of a culmination of a few different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one is honoring our family history, our family legacy, and trying to do something that our family would feel proud of. And the other thing is thinking about experiences that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been blessed to have all kinds of wonderful experiences around the world, and we want to bring some of that into Celestine. And we also grew up with so much love and care and kindness and support. Our great grandmother didn't meet strangers. Her door was always open. You could walk in the house. You were always going to hear all kinds of stories. You were going to have all kinds of food. It was just such a special experience, and we wanted that experience to be shared with other people.
Nice, nice. And let me just pause, because on your father's side, so the Robinson people may know or certainly have heard of. I had the pleasure of meeting him when he was a deputy superintendent. Your grandfather was Sherman Robinson.
Sherman Big Train Robinson.
Yes. I didn't know the big train, but I had heard about it.
Yes.
He's a football coach. Is that where that came from?
So it actually came from, he was a football player.
Oh.
He was number 27 at Southern University.
Oh.
And he's in the Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, he was a big deal football player.
He was a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So no wonder he was deputy superintendent. He was a big deal, huh? He knew how to make those moves. Yeah.
And that's where Big Train comes from.
Okay.
Yeah.
From college days.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From his college days at Southern University.
Okay.
And then his wife, my grandmother, you asked about my name at the beginning, and you said your name is not Celestine.
Yeah.
My grandmother's name was Cornelia.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
And my grandma Lois's middle name is Marie.
Okay.
So I'm Cornelia Marie.
Nice, nice. Y'all just deepening the roots.
Yes,
I like that.
I love my name. I love my name because it represents both sides of my family.
Yeah.
It represents my grandmothers. My grandma Connie Cornelia went to Spelman. And so did I. Even though the rest of my family are Rattlers, they give me a pass.
All right, let's settle down upstairs now. We got some people in the balcony, the Rattler family up there ready to strike. Oh my Lord.
That's okay. Y'all are okay.
Oh,
Gerald also went to FAM.
Okay.
So my brother, who's watching right now, he went to FAM, and my dad and my mom went to FAM. And I always say this, as shy as my dad is, he was the section leader for the saxophones in the Marching 100.
In the Marching 100?
For more than 1 year.
You can do that back then?
He can do it all.
What? 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 Do you need some Bengay? You should do it. I'm just asking. Don't answer on camera. But that was you, Gerald. That was you. He's not answering. He's like, go on and interview my daughter. Leave me alone. I love you, Deborah.
Yes.
I'm gonna get in trouble with your husband.
No, it's okay. I'm the one that put it out there. I'm very proud. Everywhere I go, I'm always telling people that my dad was in the Marching 100.
Wow,
it's a brag.
Well, it is. Yeah. It is, and rightly so. And they do the whole state, if not the whole country, proud.
The whole world.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, rightly so.
He's got moves.
Yeah.
Like,
without Bengay, that's what I'm saying.
No Bengay.
Without Bengay. Tiger Bomb don't work on these knees. I need the real Bengay. So your family legacy then is important. So when you walk into and so we dubbed this the House of History. So that's why we're talking so much about this history. When you walk in, it really does feel like not only are you stepping back in time, very eloquent looking time, but you're surrounded by these artifacts of history and of your family. So the one thing that I think I asked you about when we were visiting a couple of months ago was that fantastic wall that the wallpaper that you have that really embeds and embodies history. What was the decision about that?
So the home was built in 1888. So it's a Victorian style home. And we did research to understand what a Victorian home would look like, feel like, what are the furniture choices, what's the wallpaper in a Victorian home. And there would typically be something like a French toile de jour that is on the wall, and those are pastoral French scenes, you know, the big dresses and the wigs, and there were none that looked like my family.
Yeah.
And so again, it was everything in Celestine is done with intention. And my grandmother, she kept pictures for years and years and years, and she passed a lot of those pictures on to me. So I thought, what would it look like if instead of these pastoral images, we
Of
use
people that don't represent
people
you.
that don't represent us at all? What would it look like if we created our own wallpaper?
Nice.
So it is a true representation of us.
Yeah.
The wallpaper we started with pictures, and an artist hand drew the pictures.
Oh, wow.
Right. So
Whoa. Okay.
everything was hand drawn, and then we put together little vignettes to tell stories on the wall. So one of the stories is the story of when my Aunt Mary and my Uncle Horace were involved in the first day of the Pensacola sit-in.
On Palafox Street.
That's right, on Palafox Street.
Yeah.
So my Aunt Mary was 17 and my Uncle Horace was 15, and they were both arrested. And my Aunt Mary gave me a book, and the newspaper clipping from that day is on the wall.
Wow.
And also on the wall is a sign that was erected in 2015.
Yeah.
All those years later on Palafox Street.
And we just lost Cheryl Allen, who was one of those teenagers down there. Yeah. I'm sorry to. No. Yeah. Yeah. She was. Yeah. She definitely was. And she continued her activism long after, in large part on the base, really advocating for diversity and inclusion in civil service. Yeah. Advocating for diversity and inclusion in civil service. Yeah, she was a staunch advocate. Yeah, so it's probably getting it from just like your aunt, getting it from that NAACP Youth Council and others who were there.
Absolutely. And Uncle Horace was the president of the NAACP Youth Council.
Okay.
And he was the first Black male to graduate from Pensacola High School.
Wow.
And he left Booker T his senior year to go desegregate Pensacola High School.
Wow. And so then each room represents a part of the family.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So each of the rooms are named after my great-grandparents' children. Aunt Mary is, of course, one of the children. Her room is one of the most popular rooms at Celestine. It looks and feels just like her. She was involved in the creative vision for her room. It's very sophisticated, just like her. It's got neutrals, just a very quietly elegant room, and it's in a corner, so it gets light from the south. It gets light from the east. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And
like
Brenda
my great
Beasley,
aunt
my friend Brenda Beasley.
Brenda.
So I had no idea that all this, Jeff Harrison, I had no idea that all these connections were there. So that was really, that was beautiful.
Yeah. So Brenda's mom was my great aunt Jean.
Okay.
She's the oldest child of my great grandparents. So Brenda, Ross, and Donna.
Okay.
And so a story about the James and Jean room. That's the one room that's a suite.
Okay.
My Aunt Jean, Brenda's mother, she lived for 80 years, and she never stayed in a room or in the house by herself, ever, overnight. And so that's the reason that the James and Jean
Oh,
suite,
okay.
we
They're
put them
connected.
together.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that Aunt Jean wouldn't have to be by herself.
Wow.
So that's what I mean when I say every little detail.
Yeah.
It just all came together.
Yeah. How important was it for y'all to really embody the history? And I mean, you can go to a hotel, you can name a hotel, a major brand, and it's a place. What one of them just said, we'll leave the light on for you, so you don't necessarily get. And we've stayed in bed and breakfast. You don't necessarily get that intimate sense of history that you and Gerald have really put into it. How important was it for you to really extend those roots as you talked about earlier?
To me, that's the essence of Celestine. So when we talked about it and we thought through all of the different details, that was a part of the experience, and it continues to be a part of the experience. And it's so important for us to tell our stories, and we can tell our stories in ways that make sense for us. For me, Celestine is a way to tell my family's story and to share love and kindness and the experiences growing up with other people from around the world. And it's also been an exploration. There are things that I've learned even as we've gone through the process. Like, I didn't know that my fourth great grandmother was buried, blocks away from where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
I learned that in this process. And so just the essence of telling your story in a creative way. It's always interesting. If Aunt Mary comes to breakfast or to one of the events, she walks into the house and she is a celebrity.
And rightly so.
People are telling her story. They're like, "Oh, I know that you were a teacher and you were in the sit-ins and you got arrested 2 times and you and she's like, oh yeah. And then she starts to tell them even more stories. So it's a powerful thing, to keep stories going. And we have, as a people, a culture of oral history, right? So you think about the griots and telling the story and passing it on from generation to generation. That's the essence of what we do at Celestine.
Well, you have one that, and then we'll wind down and open it up for questions. But you have one that I just adore in the typewriter. So one of the best storytellers, and one of my heroes, Zora Neale Hurston, and because there is a local connection that you found. So tell me about the letter.
Yes. So the letter is from Zora Neale Hurston to W.E.B. Du Bois when he was president of then Atlanta University, before it was Clark Atlanta University. And she's writing to him, asking him to consider helping her create a cemetery for famous Black people at the time.
In Florida.
In Florida. She's writing to him in Georgia. Yeah. And my love for Zora Neale Hurston started in the 10th grade. I had a teacher who was absolutely fabulous named Mrs. Gloria McLeod.
Oh, I know. I just saw her. Oh, really? I'll see her again shortly.
So you'll have to tell her that we had this conversation.
Oh,
but
wonderful.
She introduced me to Zora Neale Hurston.
Oh, wow.
And then when I went to Spelman, I was a part of Spelman's Independent Scholars and a program called Resonance, and we did choral readings, and we participated in the Zora Neale Hurston Festival.
In Eatville.
And so we did that every year. And I just have always, ever since Miss McLeod introduced me to Zora Neale Hurston, and then my professor, Dr. Gloria Wade Gales at Spelman, continued the stories about Zora Neale Hurston, I've just been hooked. So when I saw, when there was an opportunity to incorporate Zora Neale Hurston artifacts into the Celestine, I just had to do it.
Well, that's, in telling the stories, I love that particular. There's another letter of Zora Neale that I like where she was talking about a man. It's in a museum in Arkansas, and it's not the Zora Neale Hurston that we read about, sort of. She has some tenacity, but this one, it's very personal, and the stuff she talking about a man, it ain't good, and so it's funny, it's personable, and I think there is some there's some drama going on. But in this
Was
letter,
she talking about Langston?
I don't remember who. No, I think I would have remembered that. No,
Okay.
no, I don't think she would have dated. I don't think Langston would have dated her.
Oh no, they had a thing going on.
Oh, they did. Oh, I
Mhm.
didn't know. He had a
Yeah.
thing going with the feud. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll
So
talk about that.
Cornelia,
off
Hurston,
air.
and Langston
Mhm.
Hughes.
We'll talk
for the
about that off
history.
air. I
English
thought he
people.
was with Arnabon Temps, but anyway, we'll talk about that off
That's
air.
that Harlem Renaissance.
Oh, he was with everybody. Okay, all right. Anyway, that's not what we're here for, but I'm talking to a scholar, so that's good to know. Okay. Oh, tell the tea. So she talks about Mary McLeod Bethune.
She does in the letter.
In the letter, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
She's talking smack
she's
about
she's talking
Mary
smack,
McLeod
yes, in
Bethune.
her
Yeah.
very refined way. And so
Not in the burnt corn, Alabama way, but I'm sorry. Let me get back to Pensacola. Yeah.
I guess in her Eatonville meets Harlem Renaissance way.
Yeah.
And when you come to Celestine to stay, you'll have to check
You
it
have to
out.
read it. We won't give it away, but it
You
is.
just have to come because it's tea.
Yeah. You think what's those two? What's his name? Drake and
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar. You think they got beef? Yeah. Zora Hurston and Mary McLeod had some beef.
OG
yeah.
beef.
OG beef. Yeah. 1930s
That's
beef.
right.
Yeah. In a letter. Let me tell you, they didn't post nothing. They just kept the letter around. Okay. All right. Let me get back on point. So then Celestine Bed and Breakfast is a full service hotel.
It is, yes, that's right.
Yeah. Why was it important for you to go that route instead? Because I can imagine that was a laborious process.
Absolutely. So it's also interesting because a lot of people will say, "Oh, how's the Airbnb going?" And we're not an Airbnb. We are a hotel. We are recognized by the state of Florida as both a hotel, and our kitchen is considered a restaurant. So we have state inspections. They can pop in at any time. We have to follow all of the same guidelines of any hotel in the state of Florida. And sprinkler system, everything.
Yeah.
We greet our guests. We check them in. We tell stories. We give a nice tour of the property. And the highlight is always breakfast.
Nice.
So we serve an artisan breakfast every single morning.
Is that where my husband gonna take me in the morning?
Absolutely.
We're gonna be knocking at y'all's door at 8:05 a.m. I gotta be done by 10. I gotta show up at 10.
No, you're just gonna come downstairs.
Oh, just gonna come downstairs. Okay, all right. I'm just trying to make sure he keeps that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I already told him.
Okay.
I said accountability.
All right, 2070. I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling you. Okay.
2026.
So we've had a wonderful conversation. I really appreciate especially going deeper into it. There must have been some challenges along the way.
Yeah, for sure. So number one, neither Gerald nor I have ever been in hospitality. And so, a lot of this process has been a learning experience for us. We've tried a lot of different things. Our guests have appreciated all of the special touches.
Nice.
And I think that people don't see all of the work that goes in behind the scenes. Everything from the construction process, permitting process, thinking that you're almost at the finish line and then learning, oh my goodness, you have to put a backflow preventer in your front yard because you're a hotel. And it's like, backflow preventer, what is that?
What is that? Number one. Yeah.
So, I mean, all of these things, all of these lessons, some of them have been very expensive lessons. But in the end, it's all been worth it. We get a chance to meet and engage with people from all over the world. And even people will say, we came to Pensacola because of Celestine.
Oh, wow.
So I just got off the phone with a gentleman who lives in South Florida, and he and his wife go to Texas every year. And he called. I answered the phone, and I said, "Are you celebrating anything special?" He said, "We're going to be celebrating coming to Celestine."
Oh, wow.
And I said, really?
So it has become this official
Yes,
destination.
yes.
Yeah.
And he said,
Yeah.
we've just been watching for the last couple of years. And I finally decided to pull the trigger.
Wow.
And I want my wife to have this experience.
Oh, wow.
Because
excuse me. Let me clear my throat. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
But we're looking at you.
Mm-hmm. And she does not mean sleeping on the front porch, baby, just showing up. She means going inside. He's from Tallahassee. I have to make sure to tell it's like burnt corn. I'm gonna get in trouble with the family, but that's okay. All right.
It's okay. We're both
It's okay. Yeah.
So,
we're gonna be all right.
But yeah, he said he wanted his wife to have this experience, and that was, when they come back from Texas to go back down south, they are stopping at Celestine, and that's their special occasion.
Wow. I think it is a beautiful thing when your place can then be the destination. Yeah. Would you do it again?
Yes, I would. Yeah.
So we're looking for a Vanderbilt bed and breakfast
That sounds
next.
like a good idea.
I'm just saying.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned
okay.
for part 2.
All right. So let's book us in 2071 for Vanderbilt. Okay.
It might take that long.
Well, so how can people find more information? Because we posted. Thank you for sharing the video. We'll post the video as well. I love the theme song. I love the State Singers anyway. So yeah.
CelestineBedandBreakfast.com. We're on IG. We're on Facebook. Celestine Bed and Breakfast, and people can do a hashtag Celestine Bed and Breakfast. And what I would say is follow, share. Please share the story of Celestine. I will say this: we're a hidden gem in Pensacola. We don't want to be a hidden gem; we just want to be a gem. And so we need everyone's help to get the word out.
Nice. Well, I think what y'all are doing in such a short amount of time have really changed the landscape. And I'm not just talking visually. I'm talking upping the customer service and just really making it not only a destination but an experience. So thank you guys for just number one, saving the house, but then making it truly a house of history. So really do appreciate that. Would y'all give my special guest, Cornelia Robinson, a hand with Celestine Bed and Breakfast. We got more people coming in here. We got 6,000 on this side now. Lord have mercy. I turned around. Well, let's see if we have any questions here. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Do you have any questions? Okay, yes, ma'am.
Question. I just want to say that I had an opportunity to experience something. Years ago, I did the business of the month. And they were the business of the month. So it was good. Probably 20 of us came to the house. And like you said, you don't want to be a hidden gem. And a lot of people that were there had never been there before. So it's such a treat to meet the family and the wallpaper. Beautiful rooms and the hospitality. They made us a signature cocktail drink.
Was it pink or green?
It was good.
Didn't matter what color it was.
We all felt good just to be there and to learn a piece of history.
Nice.
And I don't know if anybody ever put some rules, but I think they got people thinking, my relatives come to town.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah, I guess I should have said this in full disclosure. I am on the board for Visit Pensacola. That is not why I booked you for this. It was because, and thank Albert Johnson. I meant to say that too for making the connection. But we have been trying to get the AKAs to meet here. But their smallest group is 3,000. I think your cluster is 3. So yeah, so I think just by you even adding to the landscape, then that lets us really attract larger groups too. And when you get larger groups, you get a more diverse crowd, and some of them want to stay at the chain hotels, but then others want to have that experience that you offer. So thank you for that, Gloria.
Yes, thank you so much. And we really appreciate that award. It was Yes, thank you. Yeah, we
Let me
certainly
give you
enjoyed
some
you
good
all.
TV. Next time when someone says that, you don't just say we're Celestine. You say we're the award-winning Celestine bed and breakfast. You ain't got to tell them what award, okay? You just say we're the award-winning Celestine. So we want you to meet. Oh, one more question, and then we'll go. Oh,
We always in Washington, I graduated from Washington in 1966. And also, farmers, we were together.
Oh, nice.
Proud when he did the Booker T, went to Pensacola. And you know it was hard because I had no go later on, but they were five. But he went, you don't know. We tell them that. No, relationship.
oh, that's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for sharing your story. And it's so important for us to continue to share our stories. You know, so continue to give voice to your story and tell anybody who will listen. One of the things that I learned going through the Spelman Independent Scholars Program is that sitting at the feet of our elders is very important. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing.
I just have a question about your grandfather and Walter Wallace. Did you pass the driving test on the first go? I just want to know.
But you know what?
Tell the truth now, because we can go look the record up. That ain't what I asked you. Did you pass it on the first go? Was he the big train? Was he? Oh, Lord. And then big train was on. Okay, all right. Well, again, y'all, I want y'all to be able to meet Cornelia Robinson. So please join me in thanking Cornelia Robinson with Celestine Bed and Breakfast. And then don't forget, next month we're going to have the Par 4 Golf Club, of which Walter Wallace is a part. They're going to be our special guests. We're going to have a joint reception here with, and I can say this because we already know that y'all make special drinks. We're going to have some liquor, so you make special drinks. So if you want to come back and maybe make that special drink, I'm not saying you have to, but the AKAs would appreciate it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it's just for y'all. Oh, you being bougie on me now, huh? Before you were sharing the drink, now you just for y'all. No, you just want to keep it to yourself. I'm gonna talk to Mamie and Carla. That's all right. I'm gonna talk to the other AKAs. They'll tell me what to drink. You said one more, baby. You said one more. We got one. Oh, yes. So do you have special events at Celestine? Thank you.
Thank you for asking that question. We do have special events at Celestine. We typically do a signature fall brunch and spring brunch. We do a lovely Valentine's Day event. This year it was a cooking class, and that was led by Chef Amanda Williams, and it was fabulous. And we have other events throughout the year, and we actually just brought on an events manager. So please be on the lookout for even more events. And that's another nice way to experience Celestine. You know, we do get a lot of staycations, but for anybody who doesn't want to come and spend the night, you can spend the day or the evening at one of our events.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Especially if more people are cooking at home. That's a wonderful thing to have cooking classes and things like that. Yeah. So Becky asked, you got one more question because I was gonna shout you out. Go ahead. I see two people I need to shout out. What cities are your guests coming from?
What cities are our guests coming from? All over. We've had people from as close as right down the street in downtown Pensacola and as far away as Australia. We've had guests from Japan, from the Netherlands, the UK, South America. So we get guests from all over the place right here in Pensacola, which makes me very happy because we get to share a special part of our family history, Southern hospitality, and Pensacola with people from all over the world. We are internationally known, award-winning Celestine Bed and Breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Marketing 101. You got it.
I'm a quick study.
You got it. You got it. You got it. And who was just talking is Becky. Becky is the granddaughter of Alice Williams. So if you know Alice Williams, the esteemed teacher that the library was named off, so make sure that you meet Becky. And then my good friend Marion Bennett is here too. Marion Bennett's family is the one who built the Magnolias here, and her father, married in her own right in federal service as an attorney, but her father was the first African-American judge in Minnesota, and then served in the White House administration, and was a friend to Martin Luther King. And so and Mary did a wait in, so you need to talk to Miss Mary, because she waited in, you waited in, she walked in. Y'all need to talk about these ends here. That's the next one. Celestine Bed and Breakfast, Vanderbilt, and then Marion. That's number 3. That's number 3. Okay, all right. I'm gonna stop here because I done went down. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. All right. For the last time, give it up for Cornelia Robinson. I do want y'all to meet. And as I said, June 26th, we'll be right back here. Thank you to WBQP always for simulcasting. Y'all give it up for our producer, stage manager, floor director.
Future guest of the internationally acclaimed award-winning Celestine Bed and Breakfast.
Thank you. There you go. Now we can just get Keela Richardson to stay there. Then you just get, the cameras will be rolling all around, huh?
Keela, if you see this.
I think Vernon, there you go. We'll make sure, do we have 50-50? No? Okay, all right. We'll make sure then that you just continue to meet each other, meet Cornelia and her family, Deborah and Gerald. We've been picking on Gerald, but Deborah is here, who is how I met the family. So Deborah and Gerald are here, and her extended family are here. So thank y'all all for being here, and continue to, like I said, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get out here in 20 minutes. So we good. We're good. Thank you. All right, DJ.